So Nepal beginning to look a little bit more comfortable now. I think the nerves are out of the way. They lost the two early wickets, but now they're able to tuck it around for a couple of runs and also hitting boundaries on a regular interval. They brought their score up to 36 for 2.
As we discussed, I think this pitch will ease out. Earlier, there was a little bit of moisture and there was something for the bowlers, and to give credit to the Iranian new bowlers, they hit the right areas, picked up 2 initial wickets, thereby applying some pressure, but now looks like the batters are getting their eye in.
That one had
smash back beautifully between covers and mid-off, races away to the boundary. Deepak Bohra seems to be timing it so well and finding the gaps with considerable ease.
And you can see that this UKM outfield can be punishing to the fielding side. It's a very quick outfield over here, and once you beat the inner circle, the ball's going to run away to the boundary.
Yeah, it's a fantastic outfield, beautifully done, very even and grassy. Full marks to the groundsmen for coming up with and maintaining such a wonderful cricket facility.
UKM has always been good to the batters, been out of some of the other grounds in Malaysia.
Brilliant shot and even better fielding. Saved a certain boundary again.
The fielding effort from Iran continues over here, diving to his left in the cover region and saving another boundary, I would say, because that ball, if that beats the infield, that's going for a 4.
Yeah, Deepak got that absolutely the middle of his bat. Almost placed it to the boundary. Should be a wide. Yes, it is called a wide. Salim Tal struggling a bit in his first over to find rhythm. So speaking about the conditions, I think this is going to get better and better for the batter as the day progresses.
Yeah, if they keep bowling extras like that, it's going to be a very long day for Iran out in the field. Nepal is not the kind of team that you want to give a little bit of leeway to. They could easily post a 400 plus score over here if Iran doesn't keep the screws tightened. You can see that the Iranian, the Nepalese batsmen, pardon me, are beginning to look a little bit more comfortable over here. And if these guys stay out there for another 5 to 7 overs, we'll see boundaries will begin to flow freely. So Iran has to pull it back a little bit over here.
Nuts nicely to fine leg. Just a single. Yeah, this is a very, very important phase of play for both the teams, I reckon. Iran will definitely want to pick a wicket or two to slow down the run rate, and it is extremely crucial for Nepal that these two set batters continue. They seem to have got the measure of the pitch and the bowling now and are looking fairly comfortable negotiating the Iranian bowlers.
And that's another wide signal by the umpire. So Salim is really struggling over here to find his length and line. He has bowled 2 wides outside the off stump and then one that straight down leg. So struggling with his line over here early on, Salim. And especially when the batters start to hit you around for boundaries as well, that sets doubts into the mind of the bowler. You begin to miss your line a little bit, and that's what's also happening to Salim over here early on.
Yeah, it's his first over and they're already under tremendous pressure. Player miss.
I mean, credit to these Iranian boys. They've still not lost the fire. You can see they're still very charged up. And if they keep that up in the field, I think the chances are going to come their way. It's whether they're able to take those chances or not. That's what it's going to come down to. But they are excellent in the field. They're charged up. And hopefully they can take their chances, if any come their way, to stay competitive in this game against Nepal. We've been talking a lot about Nepal over here, so Iran over here. So I'll talk about Nepal. They're coming into this tournament definitely as one of the favorites to win the whole thing.
Before that, that's end of a very long over from Salim Tal. It'll be interesting to see if he's getting another over to get his rhythm back. Yes, Nepal have been a powerhouse in the region. If you see the recently concluded Asia Cup, what a display. They've been fantastic. I think they have a strong grassroots program, good infrastructure, and the talent is coming up. And I must say, cricket probably is on par with soccer there as the premier sport, or I don't know if it's even overtaken soccer.
I was going to say that one of the main reasons is the amount of interest that Nepalese people have in cricket. You see packed stadiums over there for the matches. And that's definitely one of the reasons why the sport has come up in that country.
Associate nations, the local population involvement is extremely crucial. The captain continues. Flick gently towards square leg. They're taking on the fielder. Comfortable too in the end.
Raman Raisi, the captain, continuing for his 5th over, I believe. And he's been impressive today. He's maintained a very good line and length. He hasn't given away any extras, really. He picked up that early wicket as well. And I think he's leading from the front, his side. And I think it's going to be very important how he bowls today. And what the result is going to end up being.
Full toss, smash in the gap, but I think the long on fielder will cover it up for a comfortable 2. Dave Kanal has been brilliant in putting the ball in the gaps. From the time he has come into the crease, he's looked solid. He's taken his time initially to settle down and now looking to open up and picking the gaps consistently.
Yeah, he looks like someone who can cause Iran a lot of troubles. They'll be looking to get his wicket early. We haven't really seen any trial of the batters so far. They've maintained the consistent line and length, the Iranian teams. We haven't seen anything short. So it'll be interesting to see if Raman Raisi tries to try him a little bit with a different length, maybe pull it back short, try to test him out on that pull shot.
Okay.
However, the field doesn't look like that he's going to do that. The fine leg fielder inside the circle.
नेपालको सुन्दर नगरी भरतपुर चितवनमा बन्दै गरेको एक विशाल संरचना यो हो नेपाल र नेपालीको गौतम बुद्ध अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय
of just 15 balls.
So those of you who have joined us from the beginning, you'll see that the scorecard is now available on the screen, and we see Nepal under 19 50 for 2 after the 8.4 overs. Raman Raisi for the 5th ball of his 5th over, and a little bit of a mishap.
That shouldn't have been a single.
I think once the batters start taking you on a little bit, like how Dave Kanal and Deepak Bora are doing at the moment, that begins to bring the confidence in the field down. It's very important for these youngsters to not keep their heads down, and it's a long game.
50 comes up for Nepal. Yeah, full marks to the bowler for coming up with his 5th over. Mind you, it's never easy for a pacer to bowl 5 continuous overs, and it is a little bit of humid out there, and that should be his first spell, I guess, and excellent spell. The captain leading from the front for the Iran team.
It's a hot day out there, and which is good to see in Malaysia, because we do see a lot of rain as well. And I hope this tournament stays free of rain interruption so that we can see a lot of cricket. But certainly a very, very hot and shiny day. Perfect for cricket. Can definitely be a little bit difficult for bowlers.
Yeah, it's commonly said in UK cricket circuit that you don't just look at the pitch. You have to look down as well as up when you're taking a call or playing a cricket match in UK. I guess this part of the world as well.
Yeah, no doubt. Lots of rains around in Malaysia, but we have seen the last few days the rain has stayed away during the mornings and the evenings. Hope that fashion continues for the next 12 days. That one played away in the air. That's going to bounce just before the boundary. 2 bounces over the rope for 4.
Salim Tal being given his 2nd over and doesn't start well in his 2nd either, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 50 over game, Sunil. Usually the bowlers are given a spell of at least 2 to 3 overs. Salim did struggle, as you mentioned, in his first over. He's given another opportunity, but he's the bowler that Nepal thinks that they can take on. You can see the batters have that intent to go after him.
Wide delivery. Yeah, these two batters are been very good in terms of handling the good ones and trying to put away the bad ones. I guess in an essence, batting is all about watching out for the good balls and putting the bad balls away.
Also, Sunil, as a batter, I think sometimes you see a bowler and you go like, I'm going to pick this guy. I'm going to take this guy for boundaries. And it seems like to me that both Dave Kanal and Deepak Bora have sort of decided that, okay, this Salim guy is missing his line. You know, let's pick him up. And that's what they've been doing. And that has a double effect on Salim as well, who's now beginning to miss his line and length a little bit because he knows the batters are looking to go after him.
Appeal down the leg. Bat on ball could have been runs because the fine leg and the square leg, which is slightly in front, are both within the 30 yards. I think that's a wrong line from Salim Tal. Lucky to get away with that. Yeah, I think batsmanship is all about intent, Umar. You need to be positive in your approach. They say tentativeness is the biggest enemy for a batter. You have to be sure-footed. Beautifully driven, very, very elegant. This Dave Kanal, tall and has a good long stride to smother the bounce and swing. And more often than not, gets the ball in the middle of the bat. Now, these are things that we look in a batter, right? Someone who has time to play the ball and someone who consistently middles the ball, whether it's a defensive shot or otherwise. Walks down again. Another good effort in the field. To the right of point. Excellent square drive, but that's being conceded or stopped to just a single. Another excellent effort by Iran on the field. Saved a certain boundary, I must say, there again.
Talking about time on the ball, Sunil, I must go back to Rohit Sharma once again. Watching his innings yesterday, it felt like he has a few more seconds than any other batter in the world to watch the bowler. And the way he was playing those shots yesterday, it looked like he was batting in the nets.
Again walking down the crease, finding the gap. Long chase for the fielder.
And that's going to go for 4. It's gone for 4.
Oh, that's missed.
The fielder over there, again, once again, youth ODIs. You know, technique is very important. He tried to stop that one with his foot. Little bit of football going on over there. But the ball
wins the race.
And with that, 10 overs are now gone. Nepal is 61 for 2. And with that, we're going to take a short drinks. That's what we like to see, Sunil. A nice cover drive over there. Very well balanced, the batter. And just putting that away for 4.
Dave's been very, very impressive with his stroke play today. Very good, positive intent right from the start. And putting the ball in the gap.
नेपाल वर्सेस इरानको एसिसी अन्डर 19 गेमको यो प्रत्यक्ष प्रसारण हामी तपाईलाई जोडिरहेका छौं। इरान अन्डर 19 मा चाहिँ अहिले यो गेम जुन गरिरहेको छ इरान वर्सेस नेपालको रहेको छ। इरानले टस जितेर फिल्ड रोजेको थियो र अहिलेसम्म नेपालको 2 विकेट क्षति भइसकेको छ भने 56 रन लिन सफल भएको छ। 9.1 ओभरमा पनि इरानको ब्याटिङ बाँकी नै रहिरहेको छ र अहिलेको पार्टनरसिपको कुरा गर्ने भने 46 फर नट आउट 30 बल्समा एक्स्ट्रा 5 रन रहेको छ भने अहिले नेपालको ब्याटिङको लागि चाहिँ देव खनाल जुन क्याप्टेन रहेका छन् र दीपक बोहरा रहेका छन्। दुवैजनाले अहिलेको हिसाबमा राम्रो रनको पार्टनरसिप गरेको हामी देख्न सक्छौँ भने बाउन्ड्रिज चाहिँ भर्खरै मात्र बाउन्ड्रिज चाहिँ राम्रोसँग अहिले मात्रै गएको छ। दीपक बोहराले 2 चौका लिएका छन् भने देवले 3वटा चौका जसमा 1 छक्का दीपकले आफ्नो खातामा हालेका छन् भने इरानबाट बलिङ गरिरहेका छन् सम्पाल तालले जुनले चाहिँ अहिले इकोनोमिक्सको कुरा गर्ने हो भने 14.57 को गरेका छन् भने विकेट एउटा पनि लिन सफल भएको छैनन्। 1 ओभरमा 17 रन दिएका छन्। इरानले एक खालको अलिकति प्रेसर टाइपको गेम चाहिँ खेलेको हामी यहाँ देख्न सक्छौँ। यसमा चाहिँ
and it was a bit of a haphazard start from Nepal. So they lost the 2 early wickets, not something that we expected. Iran came off the blocks very, very strong. But after that, they continued with their paces. First of all, it looked like Raisi over there was a little bit out of gas into his 6th over, and they was taken apart by Dev Kanal.
Yeah, it was a promising start for Nepal. For Iran. They won the toss, put Nepal in, and justified by picking 2 quick wickets. But I'm sure they will need more wickets.
Yeah, interestingly, both the warm-up games that Iran played, they bowled first in both those games. And they managed to get their opponents out for 127 on one occasion and 109. So they would have taken confidence from that, and that's probably the reason why, another reason why they would have gone to bowl first.
Yeah, rightly so. I think it was a good call. There was a bit of juice on the pitch early in the morning.
And we see over here the first bowling change. Derek Shande Hanzale is going to take the ball. I think I'm not going to say that name fully once again, Sunil. We're going to stick to Hanzale.
Yeah, we better. Left arm medium pace, straight away uses his angle, takes the thick outside edge off the third man for a single. It's always a delight to watch a left armer bowl in cricket. I believe cricket is designed for right-handers, and left-handers have a distinct advantage in the game.
Yeah, you're right, Sunil. And you know, for bowlers, before Wasim Akram's era, we didn't really used to see any left armers. Wasim Akram pretty much invented left arm pace bowling, as we see the second ball of this over coming up.
Excellent shot again, Dave, using his height, getting on to the pitch of the ball.
Because if you look before the Wasim Akram era, before the 1980s, if you go back to 60s, 70s, 80s, none of the teams really had any really good left arm pace bowlers.
Oh, Wasim Akram was a class act. The advantage of being a left armer is the angle. They bowl over the stumps, which is called left arm over, and the batters are always in doubt.
Yeah, a lot of the times the left arm over bowlers are able to bring that delivery back into the right-handers.
Excellent running between the wickets by Dev and Deepak, nudging it in the gap between long on and mid wicket and pushing the fielder and taking a comfortable 2.
We see the modern greats of left-hand bowling that are playing in the current Men's World Cup. We'll come back to that in a second.
Diving effort by the bowler, but failing to stop. Another single to long on. talking about left arm pacers. All they need to do is run in and keep the ball in the channel just around off stump. The right hand batters are always in a doubt whether it's going to come in or it's going to stay with the line and go straight. That causes trouble for the righty batters against left arm pacers. Step down and a miss down the leg side. A wide call, rightly so.
We see a lot of proponents of what you're saying these days. Shaheen Shah Afridi for Pakistan, Mitchell Stark for Australia, Marco Jansen now for South Africa as well. These three bowlers, they're able to do what you're saying really well. They're able to maintain that channel, and then they have that one that just nips away from the right hander, and that is oftentimes the wicket-taking delivery.
Stepping down again, another brilliant diving effort by Iran. Sabir, the fielder, running few steps to his right and a full stretch dive. Excellent effort.
So Hanzale over here will be running in to bowl the final ball of his over.
I think it's not a bad idea for the keeper to come up. You see the batter stepping down every now and then. Just over point. But for a moment it's going to go straight to point. A desperate diving effort in the deep doesn't stop the boundary.
Yeah, there was a decent effort in the deep, unable to get to the ball in time, and that's going to be another boundary for Nepal. You see the Nepali batters over there sitting out. That shows how hot it is out there, and these youngsters are really feeling the heat today over here. And that brings the end of the 12th over. Nepal now 84 for 2.
Yeah, with the 50 overs one day format, your fitness also gets tested quite a bit. And if we realize these two batters have been running a lot of twos, nudging it in the gaps and pushing the fielders constantly.
Yeah, Sunil, a lot of Sunday cricketers like myself only really play 20 overs cricket these days. Talk about how hard it is to play 50 overs cricket.
It calls for a lot of technique and temperament, so to say, because in T20 overs, the bowlers don't look to get the batters out in a sense. It's all about restricting. But in test matches and ODI formats where the bowlers and the bowling team are constantly to look to get you out. So you need to have the technique as well as the temperament.
A bowling change over here from Iran. The captain is going to take a break, and Esmail Bejarzahi is taking the ball.
Be interesting to see if there is any spin for the spinner option now. Close ball driven beautifully to long on for a single. Dave's been very impressive, Omer, from the time he has come in.
Yeah, batting really, really well. He's timed his innings really well. He took a little bit of time in the beginning, and now he's not missing out on the bad balls. He's putting them away to the boundary. So it'll be interesting to see how he plays the leg spin over here.
Full toss, just a single, hit straight back to long off. Deepak has been there since the beginning of the innings, and must say he has paced his innings very well.
This partnership could really become a big trouble, a big headache for Iran. If they're not able to break it, it is a 50 over game and they can take you apart for a lot of runs.
Full toss, I think it's called a no ball. Over the waist, put away for a boundary.
The square leg umpire is signaling a no ball over here, so that is very damaging. A no ball and a 4 and a free hit.
Oh, not an ideal start for Ismail or Iran. The spin option hasn't worked so far.
And as we mentioned, Dave not missing out on the bad balls, making no mistake over there and promptly putting that away to the cover boundary for a 4.
The momentum has shifted towards Nepal. I think they are having the right intent, the batters, in constantly looking for scoring options.
Free hit. That's
Smackdown, is it a maximum? Yes, it is.
So making full use of the free hit over here, Dave Kanal, not missing out. And that is not a good ball to bowl when you are bowling on a free hit. Sunil, a full toss over here, just gifting him a 6.
Yeah, that's a massive strike from Dev. Looks in total control.
And that no ball plus free hit, the run of play, bringing 11 runs for Nepal. So things going really well over here for the Nepalese team. Iran, after their fantastic start, not able to capitalize. They're fading away a little bit.
Length is the crucial part for a spinner. It's the consistency in length, especially for a wrist spinner where the control is difficult. You have to keep hitting the right length, and that is where Ismail has been struggling in his first over, not getting the length right. Much better one that, but comfortably nudge for a single. At the end of the over, yes it is.
So now 13 gone, Nepal 99 for 2. You saw there, Sunil, the Ismail over there switched the last ball to an off spinner. He was probably not able to get a lot of control on his leg spinners. And when the batters are batting like that, you can see how much doubt they can cause into the mind of the bowler that he switched it up to an off spinner just to get through that over.
Yeah, I would say the name of the game is confidence. Whether you're a batter or a bowler, it's all about confidence.
Yeah, I'm a big proponent of not switching it. You know, you have to stick true to your game. You have to stick to what you are.
Another bowling change for Iran. A left arm spin option being introduced.
Salman Sheikhi over here is going to take the ball for Iran. Slow left armer.
Yeah, Salman Sheikh, jersey number 10. It'll be interesting if the left arm spinner can curb down the scoring rate of Nepal with two set right hand batters at the crease.
So Salman starting off with the loopy flighted delivery over here. It was a dot ball.
Oh, is he a left arm googly? Seems like a wrist spinner.
Seems like he's bowling wrist spin over here. So
that's an interesting
a right hand
option.
bowler of the same variety will be called a leg spinner. The left hand variety we call them wrist spinners.
Chinaman, and I think this was a googly. It'll be interesting to watch if he's going to bowl only left arm googlies.
Yeah, it could be difficult for the Nepalese team to contend with. It looks like Salman, and that's beaten the infield. It might not go to the boundary. It's only going to be 2 runs over there for Nepal. It's interesting because this bowler over here, Salman Sheikhi, he looks like he has a bit of variety.
Seems like I saw him bowl googly the second delivery, and this was left arm orthodox, the third ball. I think we must keep looking at his release closely like a batter to understand what's going on.
Absolutely. 4th ball off Salman's over. That's in the air. That's gone all the way.
Away she goes for another big 6. Dave is making it all look so easy.
So Salman over here really has the variety, but it seems like the pace is also not there, and he's bowling those really flighted deliveries which are almost full tosses. That unfortunately is not going to work over here for Iran because these two batters are well set. If you're going to bowl full tosses at them, they're going to hit that away for a 6 every single time.
Yeah, they're putting the bad balls, every bad ball's away so far. So the margin of error is very less for the bowler. That's a better length to hit.
And it does seem like that his orthodox delivery has a little bit more control, Sunil, and maybe that's an option that he needs to stick with because he's bowling really nice orthodox deliveries, but the wrist spin seems to be a little bit off the mark.
Yep, finger spins definitely easier to control. Shot again, hit straight to the covers. Fielder, no run there.
And bowling the orthodox finger spin is almost a better option against the right-handers. So that's the end of 14 overs. Nepal over here, 109 for 2. So we were just talking about the last bowler over there, Salman Sheikhi. I was just saying that bowling your orthodox finger spinner is actually a better option against the right-handed batsman because that spins the ball away. And it seems like he has more control over that delivery anyway. So he should probably be sticking to that. as Nepal are running away over here, and there's definitely need for a wicket as well as pulling the score back a little bit.
Yeah, Iran definitely needs some quiet overs, and that would only happen if you're hitting good lengths with both ends spin. It's important that they bowl consistent lengths, get the batters to play on the front foot defensive. Short ball smacked straight to short mid wicket, no run.
But much better over here from the leg spinner. In his first over, he really struggled with the control and he bowled a few loopy full tosses which were hit away. This time, a little bit more on the mark. Hanzale able to generate some